Hello everybody and welcome back to Ion Formula E. We're in Santiago for round 6 of the championship, the second season. It's been underneath the Ion umbrella of series. Joining you in the commentary box today is going to be me, Podium, and alongside me we've got Blade Challenger and Indominus Rex.
Hello.
Hello.
Currently do not spectate the number 2 Tesla.
Yep.
He's sort of having trouble.
Yeah. Anyway, so I feel like get straight into it, shall we?
Yeah. We've got 9.5 minutes left on the clock of qualifying. AKA Freezy is currently leading the pack with a 132.010 in the Mercedes EQ car.
Mm-hmm.
7 tenths in front of 7 tenths in front of Vestage.
Yep. Asd.
Yeah, we don't talk about his name. Anyway,
a lot of people queuing. A lot of people queuing up.
There's a massive queue at the second to last turn.
Yep, everyone just lost that slipstream. Oh, and Fezzy's going.
And there they go. It's the train.
Oh!
The train
and no, it's not. And no, it's not. Everyone is queuing up. What is this?
Wait, they're waiting for this guy. Here they go.
They're gonna go. 3, 2, 1.
I have no idea what they're doing down here.
I don't.
But I'm thinking they're wasting time. Like a lot of time. They've only got 8.5 minutes left. It takes 1.5 minutes to get around here. They've got like 3 more. Realistically, they've got 3 more fast laps left. I think they should really be getting a move on here.
Oh, and Gene goes. And Gene is. No, wait, no. That's fight. That fight is going. Now here comes the train of everyone.
There they go.
So you can stay on board here for a lap with AKA Freezy.
I've only just realised, but it's a star. If you look at the top of the brand star, it's a star.
Yeah.
Where do you think the star? Where do you think the star comes from? It's not brand square.
What do you think? What do you? Brand circle.
Brand triangle. Oh, and look at that. We've already got a spinner. AKA Freezy spins round.
He's actually just left. Oh no, he's just resetting. So, one person to keep an eye on here today is Gene. I have to say, he has been a great driver throughout the season so far.
Yeah.
He's leading the championship by about 20. No, 18
if
points?
if I complete this qualifying, I will not. Wait, hold on. No.
16 points.
I'm not signed. So, easy. I'm not signed. It's okay. I wasn't signed. It's okay.
Anyways, so, destructively setting the fastest Sector 2 and improved Sector 1. What can they do coming into this second hairpin? Coming into the next hairpin? And what is the final corner?
They just went a little bit wide there, so that won't give them any time at all. But these corners are so tight and they've gone wide again. But that's maybe the preferred line through there to get a good run down to the start-finish line.
Yeah, maybe. They are getting loads of slipstream from the brown star in front of Faint. Can they go across the line? What will they do? I reckon a 134.
You reckon a 134? Oh. And they do a 133.541.
I was close. Very, very close, but it's great for Gene right now. He's second place, 132.245. It's about 2 tenths off the leader of this session so far. I have to tell you though, that Brand Star has been doing very well throughout this season. I think they are leading the Constructors' Championship. Yes, they are. Followed by E-Spirit.
F1 Doggers going backwards in the pit lane. Teammates currently going through turn 5, a really long left-hander, which is practically a straight in these cars. You're full throttle for the entire length. This is a spot you're going to have to keep your eye out for energy loss. You do have a nice regeneration zone coming in, a heavy braking zone, but you are expending a lot of energy going through at full speed. We may actually be able to see some people coasting through there.
Maybe. Could be quite interesting if they've got a big enough lead. But if you've seen I8, you'll know that there isn't much you can do on that straight, since the slipstream is so powerful around this track. That's why people are queuing up at the second to last corner. As you just see, one of the X21s are queuing up there. It's interesting to see what people will do in this
here
session.
Coming into the 90-degree left-hander for the eSpirit, just getting a little bit of oversteer through there.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of mistakes in this track. You won't want to make them though around this track, because once you've made a mistake and you've lost a load of time, you're not going to be able to gain it because they're so far away and the slipstream is so powerful. You see a lot of people queuing up at the final corner actually. There we go. Oh, Faint getting very out of shape through that corner. Yeah, there we go. Another eSpirit mate getting out of shape. There they go. Yeah, just out of that corner. Everyone's getting a bit touchy.
Oh, and Faint sliding.
Okay. Yeah, that is just getting onto power too much there. Wow. I don't know whether he's just doing that so then he can wait for another driver to come along to get slipstream, or whether that was a genuine too much power moment. But both the Vitesse and the fleet cars are coming up behind him, so we won't have to worry too much about losing slipstream. As the F1 Doggo spins round as well. A lot of mistakes in this track. Oh yeah, we didn't really see much, but I'm guessing we're going to see a lot more, especially with the Formula E cars, because they're a lot more, how do I put it, touchy, I guess. As everyone's queuing up. If you haven't watched the I8 stream, be sure to go check that out after this. A very interesting race. Everyone was so close in that race.
You can see Faint
on
losing it on the last lap.
Yeah, it was just, I think he just got on the power too much. Been a bit overconfident. But, oh, there's a McLaren spinning around. Oh no, losing a bit of grip anyway, just destructively. Yeah, as you can see on the screen, a load of people just queuing up. It's not exactly what you want to be seeing, especially in a qualifying session, just people waiting around. As
they're going really wide.
Sector 1.
They're trying to set up at the end of the main straight here. You can see there's a McLaren here, an X21. You've got Toboz for KRR. They're trying. The camera's literally on top of Toboz. They're trying to set up. You can see here for that main straight that just dives down to the left there.
It's a very long straight, that one, especially if you. It's a very good if you can get slipstream around that straight, especially since well, it's
and a lot of people are lining up now.
They're all waiting for that one person to come along, and then slowly but surely you'll see this train start to form. Yeah, here comes a massive group of people. They'll start to be moving soon. As they come through the hairpin. Yeah, there they go. There everyone goes. There's one of the fleets. Oh, that's and Aztech spins coming out that final corner. As you can see, a massive train of slipstream here. If you watch on people on the main straight, you can see a massive train of people. And it's just, wow, that is
everyone wants the slipstream. It's so, you get such a big advantage with it around here.
Yeah, and it's not like Switzerland where it was just so tight you didn't want any slipstream. It's the complete opposite this track. Mind you though, Gene did set a personal best, no, fastest sector 1 and hasn't improved.
The boss is just getting a little bit twitchy through there.
Going to see a lot of spins today, I reckon, as we see.
Oh, and he gets a bit of oversteer. An X21 has spun in front of him.
Yeah, that's keeper gas there. It's a massive mistake there. 40 seconds left of the session. You'll want to get moving now. You won't want to wait around. It's the last chance people are going to get that pole position.
The boss has gone green in sector 2.
Yeah, and AK Freezy getting fast in sector 2. Can he go for a 131?
Oh, Toboz goes wide. Toboz goes really wide. That's going to lose him a lot of time.
Oh. Dear, no. It's one simple mistake around this track and it'll lose you just so much time.
One more corner to go, and then a
last
very long straight. You've got to get the exit out of here right. If you don't get that right, then you're losing time for the next... Well, I don't know how long it is, but it's a long time.
Oh. AK freezes spins, especially... That's a bad thing to do, especially when you have a faster sector 2. Oh dear.
Where
As
can
everyone's
Pods
finished their
go?
session, pretty
They
much.
jump to P11.
So, their Boz and their teammate is not here.
Supergrass crosses the line, stays in 8th position. Histico is one of the last people out on hot laps. I've got a yellow sector 1, nothing in sector 2. They're currently going through the long left-hander and they've reset. They're obviously not improving. And that is everyone across the line, I believe. No one is still out on track. Well, there is ERT snipers coming across the line. And they finish in 16th.
So yeah, that is qualifying over. So I'll quickly run you through the grid order of AK Freezy in P1, or pole position, sorry, with a 132.010. And then 2 temps behind him is Gene, the championship leader, followed by the Vitesse of SH1. Faint, Gene's teammate, is in P4, with Supe P5 in the McLaren, followed by his teammate of Destructively in P6. Epic Dusk, P7. What team is Epic Dusk? I think that's the Mercedes, EQ. And then Keeper Gas, P8. Datman in P9. The F1 Doggo in P10. Taboz, P11. The 58, P12. Volt, P13. That in the Tesla. Heistico in P14. Aviator, sorry, in P15. ERT Snipers P17 and P16 for ERT Snipers and P17 for Zen Nisem. But yeah, so that is qualifying at the moment. Person on pole position by 2 temps. It's a big gap in this track, especially for this track. Just have to wait until the session starts. Yeah, and now they're being told to line up. So, any predictions, D-Pod?
Well, from what we can see from this order, it's relatively close together. Formula E races usually end up with some mad result at the end, so I think predicting how the race is going to go doesn't really do anything much, to be honest. You never know. One of the fleets, maybe Dat Mangro, who you can see on your screen right now, maybe they'll win the race. You never know.
Yeah, we'll have to find out in just a minute, so be sure to stay tuned for the rest of this race. If you haven't watched the I-8, you'll know... If you have watched the I-8, you'll know that this track is very strange for the slipstream. There's a very strong slipstream on here, and if you do get slipstream, you are... Well, you're amazingly... going to do amazingly well. But
it's just... Compared to the other Formula E tracks, it's not that tight and twisty. It's got, like... I'd say probably about 70% of this track is just full flat out corners or straights. Like turn 5, that might as well just be a straight.
I think that's turn 7 actually. Yeah,
turn
I think
7?
the long left-hander.
Oh, turn 7 then.
Yeah, it's turn 7. Yeah. But if you are leading out into turn 7, you are, well, you're not going to be doing very well unless you've got a big gap, since everyone's just going to catch back up to you even if you have attack mode. Attack mode doesn't mean much around this track.
Well, it will give you a bit of an
Slipstream
advantage, but yeah, you're right, slipstream does mean more. But it doesn't mean that attack mode is useless. It is still... It does still do something,
Very much.
even if it isn't as effective as
Yes.
it is on the tighter tracks, such as Diria, or Japan, or Sanya, where we're going in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, so be sure to keep an eye out for Sanya. Very exciting track, Sanya. To have to say though, if there is going to be one track to look forward to, it's going to be Sanya. China is a very interesting place to do racing, especially it's such a tight track like Switzerland, and I expect to see a lot of spins around there. And then after Sanya, where are we after Sanya?
I think we're going to Dubai. Let me have a look.
Yes, Dubai. It's Dubai. And then after Dubai, it's Cannes, and then London. So London will be
Cannes.
the
Cannes.
Oh, Cannes. Oh, it says Cannes is the second to last race. Interesting. So be sure to stay tuned for those races as well. Since the title fight has only just started, remember that. It's barely even finished yet. It's so close between the drivers, especially in constructors when the drivers are just one. Brandstar is just 1 point ahead of Jaguar eSpirit for that title right now. So be sure to stay tuned.
"25 laps have just been put onto the tower."
25 laps. Sounds about right, to be honest. We had about 16 laps in I8, and they were setting around about 1 minute 50s around I8. So, big difference between the Formula E and I8 cars, but I8 just as exciting. I think I might take this opportunity to do a bit of advertising. So, if you don't know, we do have a system where you can buy some early access to stuff. So basically, if you click join, and you can look at either the engineer role, reserve drivers, driver, or world champion role. So you can pick whichever one you want, and either way, even if you do pick engineer, it helps the team out a massive amount, and you do get some perks with buying those memberships, such as with engineer, you get some wallpapers. You get a username mention, access to private Discord channels, or with reserve driver, you get uncut War on Wheels interviews, early access to YouTube content, and access to message history in #media submissions. Then on driver role, membership includes access to uncut, uncensored team radio, and for world champion, it includes listening to access to our private media comms. So you basically get to hear us whenever you want to, which I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it helps us out a lot. So be sure to check that out. So an exciting grid today. It's between Gene in the championship and someone else. So, closest person to Gene that's actually driving right now in the championship.
That's the lights now. Come on, 5 lights on. That was a very long wait, but we are off and away in Santiago for the Formula E ePrix. Faint gets into the lead very quickly. It's slow off the line for AKA Freezy. They may still have the pit limiter on. I don't think so. They were just very slow off the line there as Faint gets into the lead of the ePrix for Brandstar with the F1 doggos in the eSpirit car right behind them, but they get twitchy out of that corner. They lose the rear end there. Some oversteer. That's going to give the F1 doggos the lead as we now head down into the second sector of the lap. F1 doggos has the lead by 0.383 seconds, but they're getting sliding themselves. Now going into the long left-hander of turn 7. There's a McLaren and an X21 getting in the fight there as well.
Very, very close start. A lot of people getting bad starts, such as Gene and AKA Freezy, the top two from qualifying, get a horrific start in this race. But as we go through in turn 7, everyone's going to start catching up and start using that slipstream to their advantage. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, as Feint seems to be getting a load of positions now used due to that slipstream. But Keeper Gas doing really well in that X21.
Feint got a massive lead. Well, at least a massive lead in terms of getting off the line standards into turn 1 and 2, but then they just lost it through the first sector. Got a bit of oversteer coming out of turn 4, I believe, and that has cost them dearly. Now 0.7 seconds behind the leader of the F1 Doggo 96.
Yeah, very close behind though is going to be Keeper Gast and to 58. I think that's how you pronounce it. They're very close behind, as well as the McLarens of Destructively. But fastest lap goes to 58.
They get up into second place as well with a purple sector 3.
Oh, and there's a little bit of mistake there from one of the fleets. I think that's Man.
The F1 something's happened to the F1 Doggos because they've fallen down by at least 6 positions there.
Oh dear, a lot of mistakes going into this. So that means 58 is leading the Grand Prix so far, but right behind him is Keeper Goss in the X21.
As third place is shared by Volt GE and ERT Snipers in the Tesla Ryzen and Aston Martin cars respectively.
That's the first time I've seen the Tesla do that well in the race so far. Very interesting to see. I wonder if they can keep it up. But someone that is gaining all that time is Epic Dusk, doing pretty well at the moment. Who are now P4. Doing pretty well with all that slipstream. But it seems like F1 Doggo is getting back and involved. No, I don't know. Where is he?
The Boz has made it up into 9th position from 11th on the grid. They've now got their car into the points.
I'm just trying to find F1 Doggo. Where is he?
P14. They're falling down massively. As the Patio Builders in 18th position disconnect. I'm not sure if they were actually racing. They were very far behind. I'm not sure what happened with that. I don't think they actually started the race. So just ignore that and look to the front where ERT Snipers is now leading for Aston Martin.
Wow, that's two teams that were back markers and are doing very well in this race, both the Tesla and the Aston Martin. But it does seem that Epic Dusk is getting involved with that Mercedes EQ car. They're doing pretty well as well, actually, the Mercedes EQs, except for AK Freezy, who is very, very far behind, I must add.
Oh, and ERT gets a bit messy through turn 5.
AK Freezy right now at the back of the pack. I don't know what happened there. Something must have happened. ERT tried to go wide, try to break that toe, but I don't think it's going to help. Everyone is just going to follow him and just mimic his moves. Yeah,
not at all. Especially around this track, everyone can just follow you around, but any sudden movements in these cars and you'll be off easily. And we've learned that.
Oh, and qualifying. Epic and ERT are tied for the lead.
Very, very close between these two drivers. But Epic Dusk is looking farther behind now.
Yeah, I think they must have fallen back. There's something very interesting happening. AK Freezy and Feint, they both... AK Freezy started from pole, but they had a terrible getaway. Feint got up into the lead, but then after a little bit of oversteer through turn 4, they've now fallen down to a shared P13 between Rasup and themselves. I don't know what's happening to these two drivers, but they just don't seem to be able to recover.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very weird.
ERT going to the left, almost hitting the wall right here, but just actually out of the toe. But that's not going to help it at all, as everyone else is just pushing each other along.
Probably doesn't want to give slipstream to anybody else, but in doing so, they've given themselves a massive disadvantage.
Yeah. But right now he's holding that lead. As long as he just keeps these consistent laps in, he'll be able to go and win.
Yeah, very, very nicely from ERT Snipers. But I'm so surprised by that Tesla being up there doing and keeping it up. But the Vitesse, as always, off the start, they're doing pretty well. As Tage gets very out of shape coming out of that corner. But as we watch a replay of ERT Snipers,
oh, that's the E-Spirit! E-Spirit a slide up. I think that was either Epic or HY. I don't know how to say that name.
I think that's
I'll just say Tico. I'll say Tico. Tico was sliding off and has now joined his teammate. Yep, right there, back on the field. It was him who slid off, and it just is a big shame for him.
As you see, there's a load of people that get up really high, but then when you look at them on the cameras, they are way further down on the grid.
Yeah. But it's a very... Oh, I actually had to have a cook lunch. I forgot all about that. You guys keep it up, and I'll be right back.
Right. And as it seems, though, Epic Dusk is keeping up with these drivers. Probably the one of the only drivers that's really not surprising me, other than the Vitesse cars. What's your thoughts on the race so far, D-Pod?
I think it's very exciting indeed, and as I said before the race started, anything can happen. Brandstar historically have been a very competitive team, but both of their drivers are outside of the points in 14th and 15th respectively for Gino Faint. This is not a good race for Brandstar so far. They do have the most energy of anyone in the field, so they may be able to use that to claw back in the latter stages of the race, but at the moment, we just don't know.
I wonder... Oh, it seems like someone has Rage Crip, and it's AKA Freezy.
Oh yeah, they must have been very upset because of that poor start.
Yeah, I would have been the same, but I wouldn't have raged quit. A bit silly if you ask me. He could have stayed on. Maybe people would have made mistakes, but that's his choice, and we'll have to keep an eye on anyone else at the moment. What's your thoughts on the Tesla being up so high? They're pretty much leading this race at the moment.
It's very surprising. Tesla haven't been a very good team in the past, at least scoring points-wise. But they must have got their act together for Santiago, or their driver Volt GE just prefers this track. It's flat out pretty much all the way.
Yeah, I guess it's all on a little bit of a, how do I put it?
Because they're now sharing the lead with ERT Snipers.
Yeah, it's just the Aston Martins, and the Aston Martin has got 0 points in the championship, and they're leading the Grand Prix, followed by Tesla, who have only got 6 points in the championship. Followed by the McLarens, who have also only got 44 points. So the midfield and backmarker teams are doing extremely well at the moment.
These 8 seconds separate the entire field right now. Shows how close this series is.
Well, it doesn't really count for AKA Freezy because they have rage quitted and rejoined the game. Well, considering they've rejoined, maybe that was just a disconnect and not a rage quit. 16th place is now the lowest position on the field, in the field, 5.7 seconds separating the top 16.
Oh no.
Well, we'll have to find out, so stay tuned. We've got about 21 laps, well, 20 laps left, sorry, of this race, and it's going to be just as exciting as the whole way through, as one of the McLarens is spun round. That is Destructively, who was fallen. In P2.
They're going to fall. They were in the podium positions, but now they're definitely not going to be in the podium positions, considering the top 16, the entire field is separated by 6.3 seconds, and they were stationary for much longer than that. They're going to be down at the back with their teammates Wasoup.
Yeah, I just see someone running around the track.
And worse, he has no slipstream to catch back up.
Exactly. But the people that are doing very well is one of the what's it called? What is this car called? It's Swisscom. The Swisscom is doing very well as well, actually. Keeping up with the top 3.
Yeah, one of them do have the fastest lap.
Midfields.
AKA Freezy has rejoined the race after disconnecting and has just taken attack mode.
Wow, so it probably was.
I don't think that is legal. The race director are going to have to talk with them about that. AKA Freezy, after disconnecting, they cannot rejoin the race, but they have, and they've taken attack mode.
Interesting.
Very suspicious.
Well, nobody has properly used attack mode. Excuse me.
I'll check if there's something in the rulebook for that.
I apologise. It seems, as we got a bit of a freeze. Okay, it's just me. And it seems that most of the drivers are doing very well, and the people like KRR, they're leading the Constructors Championship in F1 at the moment, I think.
Yes.
The KRR, but they're all the way down in the championship in the Formula E.
Oh, it's a different series. I'll have different drivers across the board.
Yeah, true though. You think though they'd be able to bring all that work from it? But yeah, as everyone's spamming F in the chat because AKA Freezy has been TP'd off the track. But people that are surprising me is the Swisscom, the Aston Martin, and the Tesla. Although the Tesla does seem to be falling back a little bit. And everyone else seems to be catching up, especially that E-Spirit of Heistico, who did spin earlier actually, and now they're all the way back up here.
No, really, the driver of the day so far, for me at least, is ERT. He's just pounding the laps in, and is actually doing very well.
Yeah, they started on the grid in where is it? Let me look. They started 16th, and they're now second.
That is a very
fantastic work.
Very big comeback. He must have had a great start. Ballistic.
Well, no, I think they did spin earlier in the race, so that's the thing. Which was very interesting. So could they go on to win the race? But the thing is, with this race, no, if you get in front, you're bound to get overtaken at lap and turn 7, unless you pull that big of a gap, which I highly doubt you can do in Sector 1. As Aviator gets all out of shape in that corner, he's got icing on his wheels. He can't keep control of that car.
So now 3 of the 16 drivers currently driving around this Santiago circuit have attack mode activated. That's Volt GE, Epic Dusk 477, and Tiboz 978. I was about to say that they haven't really been gaining positions, but I'm going to take that back because Volt GE and Epic Dusk have just gone first and second respectively.
Yeah, it's just goes to show that attack mode can help. And actually, Epic Dusk made a massive mistake. He's off the track in the
Look at that, Epic Dusk is off into the runoff.
What's he done there?
I think he's given up. He's given up. I think that's what's happened.
Oh, Mercedes having a bit of a race.
They got up into second place. Why have they stopped on track?
I think there must have been a mistake, and now he's just stopped because he can't be asked. Oh dear. Deary dear. But that gives Volt a massive gap, actually. Yeah, that's the
Tiboz gets up into second place. There's a 1.683 second gap.
This is exactly what that guy Volt needs. He just really needs a big gap now. That's all he needs.
You're trying to see on this replay if you can see what happened to the Mercedes.
Yeah, you see him way outbraked himself. You can see he way outbraked himself. He went straight past.
Oh yeah, he went straight under the camera there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's both Mercs basically out.
Pretty much, yeah.
What a disastrous evening for Mercedes at the moment. Oh my god.
Looking at the gap between Tiboz and Volt GE as they're about to cross the second sector, they should be in just a second. Yeah, there they go. It's 6/10. It was 1.2, now it's 6/10. Both of them having attack mode. And behind them is about 2.3 second gap to the driver behind.
Tiboz is out of attack mode though. Volt GE has 1.5 minutes left.
That's going to give Volt GE a massive advantage. But he does go ahead and hits the wall very slightly. And there we go. It's interesting to see. But that fleet is looking quick at the moment. What can they do? They've been fighting with Keeper Gas at the moment. With the excuse me. There we go. One person to keep an eye on though is definitely Volt GE. Yeah, he's definitely done very well, especially in the Tesla.
I think all eyes will be on them because they're in the lead in a car that isn't really that competitive.
Well, a team that's not that competitive, and he's not been competitive before in all races. So the fact that he's bringing it to this race, all his talent, just goes to show that maybe it's just the tracks that don't suit him. But Tiboz is keeping with Volt GE, especially since even when Volt GE has the attack mode.
Keeper Gast and Zenson are the other two drivers currently with attack mode activated. We're going to see if them two can climb up the order. as Volt and Tiboz did. Keeper Gast is already climbing their way up into 3rd place, and Nesm's put themselves into P10 from P12. And the E-Spirit of F1 Doggo and the 2 Brand Stars of Gene and Faint are outside of the points. These are good. These are good drivers outside the points.
Yeah, the Brand Stars have really surprised them in how bad they're doing. No offense to them, but they're just not doing how I expected them to be doing.
Well, on average, I think their strategy here may just be to try and conserve energy for the end. At the moment, Gene's on 76, the F1 Doggo's on 70, Faint's on 71, and the leader of Volt is on 61, so a whole 10% more. This may mean that as Keeper Gast gets into the lead, this may mean that these cars at the back will be able to shoot through the field in the final couple of laps.
Yeah, it seems that Volt G has slowed down a lot, though, actually, just now. As Keeper Gast is in attack mode, he's just done it, and he's got the fastest lap as well. So can Keeper Gast pull away?
They've got the fastest car at the moment. They're going... It's a personal best, Sector 1.
As they get a little bit rear end there. These cars are just so slidey throughout this track, especially in the braking zones. I do want to keep my eye on Tabozda. I feel like even when he didn't have attack mode and Volt G did, he was still keeping up with Volt. So can Taboz keep up with Keeper Gast as well? Although Keeper Gast does have a 1.4 second gap to...
Just doing some quick maths here. Oh god, no. I'm breaking my spreadsheet. Give me a second, everybody, and I'll get you some numbers in a second. Right.
Interesting stuff.
At the moment, Keeper Gast, 1, 2, 3, they're on 58%. They are minus 1.2 laps over target, so that means at their current rate, they have enough energy to make it to the end of the race.
Be interesting to see, won't it?
Hopefully,
if you like it.
Hopefully you haven't changed the strategy of Keeper Gast's engineer.
Yeah.
Because people are known to change their strategy based on what the commentators say.
Well, if it's going to be anything like Auckland, we're going to have to keep an eye on that battery.
Yep. And that actually happened in Britain GT3, where everyone just went soft. And me and RCS just sort of like just came to the conclusion that since we were joking about it, they decided to do it. And it's a weird strategy, but they almost paid it off. But that hard to soft strategy worked better.
Well, at the moment, Keeper Gast still leading, but only 16 seconds left of their attack mode. It's starting to spread out the field, isn't it?
It is.
To get a little bit bigger. And it's beautiful to see.
So on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, everyone so Epic Dusk and below, 16th and below, they are no longer competing in this race. They've either jumped into a car for some reason whilst the race isn't going on, which seems to be what's happened with the bottom 3. They seem to be like hackers or something like that, I don't know. Or the 2 Mercedes of Epic Dusk and AKA Freezy both have disconnected, and AKA Freezy rejoined, but they were kicked from the race because you aren't allowed to rejoin once you've disconnected.
Just been watching Gene, and he's not been that quick, to be honest. He's not really been able to do that much, whether that's just because of the slipstream or not. And we've got freeze. Could just be a server restart. Is this going to be... As soon as it starts to spread out, we're starting to get a breakage in the server.
Yep.
Oh, dear. Well, apologies, everyone. We will be right back with the race very soon, hopefully. We have about 12 laps left. I'll quickly give you a run through the grid order. So, Keeper Gast lines up in first place, followed by Taboz, then Volt GE, then Zen, then Aztech1, Datman, then 58, Aviator, ERT, ERT did so well at the start, and now he's P9. So he's lost a load of positions. So we'll have to keep an eye on ERT. And this gives Brandstar an opportunity, actually, to get a better start. So whether we'll see Brandstar come back and be able to help out a little bit more.
So the race will be getting restarted in a short amount of
Can I
time, so
just
stay
join
with
back
us, everybody.
I just joined back as soon as the server crashed. Damn. Another one.
Well, we've had the same issue in BMW i8. We had to cancel
So that gets rid of
rest
all
the
of the
race.
strategy that I was working out on my spreadsheet.
Now
Yeah,
people will just take attack mode and just
12 laps left, though. So it's now officially a sprint race, eh?
yeah.
Keep a Goss in a fantastic position, though, for
We
that
might,
X21 team.
to be honest, we might as well call this the Ion FE Sprint.
Yeah, pretty much.
To be honest, I don't know what's causing all these server crashes. It hasn't happened a lot before in Season 3. It's mainly risen in Season 4. Also, I've not been rolled correctly again. That's funny.
So, interesting race so far.
So, who do we got for our lineup so far?
Well, you can have a look in results. Oh, it seems faster is
right.
here.
Yes, that's right. You can now join the Ion Formula E Discord right now to find the results of the race so far. And you can also join the official Ion Discord server to gain more access to other series of Ion, such as Formula 1, GT3, F2, and Expo. Yeah. I honestly try to segue that as good as possible.
I apologize. I'm just trying to do something.
No, it's okay. I mean, it sort of played well. But yeah, keep a gas P1, Tebos P2, Fall P3, Zen 4. Then I'll just you know the rest. ASD, then Datum, then TH5, then Avia, ERT, HY, the F1 Doggo, Gene, Fight, the Soup, and Destructively round up that grid.
For some reason, I'm not getting my media roll.
Yeah, same.
this bug seemed to have cropped up again.
You might as well talk about some IRL F1 while we wait.
Sure, if you want to.
Yeah, it's just been announced that if you've been living under a rock, or been watching the stream, you would have heard that Max Verstappen has a 3-place grid penalty for the next race.
Ready?
Yeah, for causing a collision with Sir Lewis Hamilton. #blessed. #still we rise.
Really? That
Yeah.
was a racing incident. Come on.
Yeah, but apparently not to the eyes of the stewards.
That was such a racing incident. Either way, not our problem.
Not our problem to get mad at yet.
And
That-
it seems it's not working. Oh dear.
To be honest, this has been a thing only for the Formula E game, not the Formula 1.
Well, it's not been working
No,
with
it's
me
been an
my
issue in
F1
all of the
either.
games. It's just been cropping up more in this one.
Really? I haven't seen it. Huh. Interesting. To be honest, if it was for F1, it would be a huge benefit for me because I have to go from the media box, run all the way down to BMW.
Yeah.
it's I mean, it gives good exercise, but at the same time, yeah,
I've just seen the best picture ever.
you should send it in the official Ion. Okay, okay.
I sent
Stop.
it in media chat. I sent it in media
Yeah.
chat.
Oh no. Anyway.
He just looks at it and he looks back like, haha, that wasn't me.
Ha, lol. Anyways. Bottas really enjoying himself right now. He knows he's no longer gonna be a wingman.
What?
He's no longer gonna be a wingman to Sir #blessed.
Yeah. Mr. Blessed is not so blessed anymore, is he? Haha, did you get the pun?
Get it, get it, get it, get it. Laugh, 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 laugh,
Okay.
laugh right now. Laugh.
I am laughing.
No, I'm talking to the viewers. Laugh,
Oh.
laugh right now. Laugh.
If you aren't laughing, me viewers, I'm gonna come to your house and come down to your basement where you keep all your kids. All right.
You should.
I'm gonna go
You
down
should.
there and set them free to
You should.
laugh.
You should spam laughing emojis in the chat.
Yes.
Totally. So yeah.
Bruh, I like how Depod gets his role, but I don't.
I think Faster has done some hard ranking for the important people.
Wow. Wow. Important people dies.
I'm not important anymore. Is that what it is now?
Is that it? Is that it? We're joking.
Is that who I am now? Am I just not important?
I'm joking. We're all
Not
joking.
as
We're all
important.
joking. Not as important.
Oh, he's just used the not as important.
Not as important.
Guys, should I quit?
Okay, I pull up. No, we're gonna get copyrighted.
Better pull up to his house and be like, "Yo, let me in."
Let
I'll
me
bring him
into
pizza.
Sir Depod house. What does Depod's house look like?
Why are you asking these questions?
Why is someone saying, "Where is CBT lover"? Here.
I am now Ion official. Let's fucking go.
No naughty
No,
words,
whatever.
please.
Oh yeah, no naughty words.
Sorry.
I cannot because because little Timmy at home.
Oh, you can say CBT in you can say CBT in Roblox. Let's go. Oh. Who?
Hey, can we do that thing
Banter.
where? Can we do that thing like we did in F1 where we just go to a driver's garage and then they just all attack?
Yes,
Well, I
should we do
can't
that?
'cause there's no collisions.
Oh, should we go to someone's garage and just take a picture? And oh, okay, we can't. It's starting now. Oh.
Ooh, look, a brand start, guys. Ooh.
So, get back to commentating.
Yeah. Anyways, as the drivers head out now to go onto the grid, they don't really need to conserve much energy. They can just go right to the starting line because, well.
Yeah, well, I feel like Brandstar will be able to get a better start this race now. I'll give them another chance.
Especially with
Massive chance, really.
Especially with Taker's epic 500 IQ strategies, they should be able to go back to the top. Also, was that a fleet logo I saw on the back of the Tesla? It is! So apparently, yeah. Apparently Fleet sponsored Tesla. Huh.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, look at this. Look at that.
Let's have a look.
Here, come to me.
I'm looking. And I do as well. I do.
Yeah.
Are they just like a junior team or something?
How could this be a junior team? Yeah, there's the fleet logo.
What pairing we'd be?
Oh, look, there's me. None.
No. Indom back to Formula E. Huh?
No, I'm not. Me and Fast discussed the problem at hand, and he understood. Just as long as I check it with the officials next time.
Ah, okay. Anyways,
Not that.
D-Pod, I'm sure you're ready to take it from here, from the main commentary.
I am indeed. Just getting ready.
D-Pod, the main commentator, as everyone knows. And remember,
Yeah.
remember that all drivers should jump out and back in. Just so
Unlike
is-
an i8.
Yeah, unlike an IA.
Yeah, and Indominus is not even supposed to be here, but he's here.
But
I
yeah, I'm
guess
here.
you're
I'm
not
here. I'm here. I'm here because I can. I'm a media member, so I
Yeah.
choose to. I choose
It'd be a
to
shame if
pop up when I
he
can.
was kicked from the server. It'd be a shame.
It would be a shame if someone.
No, I'm
Yeah.
joking. I just haven't muted you.
It would be a
Didn't
shame
even
if
get the
someone.
punchline.
Like, it would be a shame if someone disconnect.
It'd be a shame if someone just like left the server. Uh-oh. He left the
Uh-oh.
server.
How
Stinky.
could he? How could he? Stinky poo. Poopy. Funny poopy.
So,
We'll see if it
people to keep an
was.
eye on for today. Yeah.
I think the brand stars will be able to go. Everyone will be able to go full blast, and from what we've seen with people going full blast, it's brand stars games. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a brand star or two getting onto the podium.
Who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows? Anything could happen in a race. Unless somehow we're in the 1980s and loopholes were so frequent.
So, I have a quick question. When is the next endurance race?
Next week,
2 weeks
probably.
time. Next week. Yeah.
Huh. So be sure to just be prepared to watch that, everyone. Very exciting stream last time. Quite
4
enjoyed
hours
it.
of Suwon is the next race in IEC.
Wait, that means I won't commentate. Big sad. Oh wait, I can just. No wait, no. I can
No,
just
you're
store
not allowed to join us.
No,
you're not.
I
You're not
can
allowed
just.
to.
Yes. Okay. Actually,
No.
we're about to get started. We're about to get started soon. So just they say all personnel off the grid. I think that's what they said. They
Yeah,
should
and
jump
there's
out
people
and back.
still not getting off the grid. Someone forgot to get in their car.
That's faster. Checking if everyone is here. Jump in and out. Hopefully, people
There we go.
listen. Unlike an i8.
They've all learned their lesson.
The Tesla driver. Okay. I was gonna say
Only
the Tesla
13
driver.
names that have popped up.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
What happened?
Oh, one person hasn't pulled out yet.
Oh wait, remember?
Alex, I think.
I think like 4 people. Yeah. Oh no. We had 15,
Interesting.
and now there's 13. What happened to the other 2? Well, P4 is gone, and so is P9.
Maybe some people haven't rejoined.
Probably so.
Hmm.
I actually wonder if someone disconnects on the grid, should they start from the pit lane? I mean, I don't know about Roblox stuff, so I'm just guessing, really. Because I remember this race at a set of course I did, where I disconnected at the start, and as soon as I joined back in, the race started, and everyone plowed into the back of me. It was a sight to see. P10 all the way below just crashed into the back of me. I don't know
towers
how
had to be reset because somebody,
Yeah, I
that's
think-
Zen Sem, forgot to get their
what
car.
happened to ERT? What happened to ERT?
So some people haven't rejoined. I guess they're frustrated with the server restart.
Yeah, probably so. I mean, yeah, it is kind of getting boring at this point, and probably to so frequent to the point that people will just base their strategies off it. And I don't think that would be a good thing.
So, whilst we wait for the restart, any thoughts on the race so far? Any surprises?
Oh, ERT is the first one that comes to mind. Definitely a huge surprise.
Being
And
tough to jump out and back in again because some people
Oh, that's
forgot to
because they
turn
had
up.
to. Yeah. And keep a guest. Actually doing very well.
Yeah, only 13 drivers at the moment.
Surprisingly, ERT isn't
14.
coming back for the second half of the race.
There's
And
14
we're about to start
actually.
again.
Yeah.
D-pod.
Oh.
So as the
go.
lights
Go
do
check
come
it
on,
out.
5 lights are now on, yet again in Santiago. And we're off and away in Chile, yet again for the restart of the Santiago ePrix. Getting off the line there, it looks pretty equal for the X21, the KRR and the Tesla Ryzen, but as we know, crunch together into turn 2. Keeper Cars gets a little bit squirrely as we now pass the attack mode activation zone. The top 2 not taking it. Taboz is right on the rear end, right on the diffuser of the X21, and I think Taboz has got into the lead. No, it isn't. Keeper Gast still leads with a purple sector 1, which goes to Faint finally in P10. And Keeper Gast loses it! Keeper Gast has lost it from the lead!
He absolutely binned it! Absolutely binned it!
That was just too much braking, I think. He just got a little bit out of control.
Taboz now leads. Taboz now leads.
With a huge gap to the P3 of, I think that's the Vitesse. No, it's... Oh, they're actually tied for P3. Gene and the Vitesse just keeping it as a battle. Oh, I think Gene actually falls down a bit.
Here you can see the replay.
He's not going to lose a lot of time for
and they're... Yep.
The X21 just under braking, slips to the left and slips to the right.
Yeah, just too much braking.
He countered steer too much, and it just snapped. That is not what you want to do in Formula E.
Back to the race. Taboz is fighting off the F1 doggo. These two drivers are great drivers, as we see one of the McLarens swerving around in the background.
That's destructively.
Taboz, dude.
F1 Doggo really right on the back fight, and the Vitesse and what's up is actually also gaining an advantage with that slipstream. The F1 Doggo goes first with Wasup as the fastest lap. Taboz and keeps P3 with Taboz.
It says that Aviator is leading, although on screen they're behind most of the field.
I think there's been a bit of a glitch, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Just wait for it to reset.
Yep, and actually,
that's the F1 Doggo! Oh.
Nearly lost it. They just veered off to the left.
The Vitesse!
There's a
Vitesse in the
takes
background.
the lead and actually hits the wall. Well, Wasup hits the wall. That will make him lose the lead to Taboz. The Vitesse now. And like you said, D-Pod, the Brand Stars are now fighting it up at the top once again.
Zentem has taken attack mode in 14th place. They've got 12 seconds to catch up to try and get to Destructively, who's fallen back themselves.
Wow,
Gene's now leading from Taboz and Faint.
That Brand Star is back in business, I can tell you that now.
But they slide!
A lot of people are getting caught out by the intense lightness of these cars. It's just it makes it oversteer so much, and you just don't want that to happen, and you counter steer and then you slam it into the wall.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see what's going to happen.
I feel like Gene can bring back there.
That's good to see. He did make a massive mistake there. He just got really out of shape when he crashed, but it's just mainly had to focus and head down.
That is fine, and going to the left. Same with the eastman of Tico.
Here's Tico.
Yep. I'll just call him Tico from now on. As Keeper Gas gets the fastest lap.
Yeah.
Oh,
keep
here's
the gas
Tico,
on
hits the
fastest
barrier.
run.
There's Tico. Tico has hit the wall. That is not good for E-Spirit. As Keeper Gas tried to take attack mode, but fails to do so, and he just loses time in the process. He really
The
wanted.
F1 Doggo doing really well right now, to be honest, keeping up with Tiboz. These two drivers are really good, F1 Doggo and Tiboz, but right behind them is Wasupe and V58, who's actually, I haven't seen 58 before, but it seems to be doing very well. But the Brand Stars are not doing as well as we thought they were. They're way back.
Wasupi had another race earlier today that I took part in. That was a silver lag for me. Anyways, Wasup had an earlier race today, in which
In RRA?
Yeah, no. In another.
Right.
I think he actually did do RRA, but I think that was.
Yeah.
But in another league called FRM, it's a different. It's basically like is a partnership league between Aura and Nova, and Wasu made it into the podium positions from I think P4.
Yeah, he made the same. He did the same in RRA. Actually, I just realised the top 5 is all tied up. They were all
that
tied
was
up.
because of the little server lag there that happened right as they were going to cross the timing line in the second sector, as it's just sorted itself back out. 3/10 separate the top 5. 4th position is shared between Wasup and TH58.
AS with the fastest lap.
Here we go. It's getting it's all happening. It's all happening. Even though there is 13 drivers, still a lot can happen. So be sure to stay tuned for the rest of the race.
Walt has taken attack mode. The Tesla driver trying to fight his way back to where he belongs on the top step of the podium, if possible.
I do have to say, Wasupe looking on point right now. He did make he made a mistake earlier, but he seems to be getting back up into that lead position.
Yep, with the extra slipstream help and with the extra power, he shots back into the lead. At least that's what we see.
Excuse me.
As he says, purple sector 2.
What can Wasupe do on this lap, actually?
And AS says purple destructively actually pulls the sector 2 as fastest.
I mean, you do have to remember, though, Wasupe... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
Wasupe is in attack mode, so that is why he's going especially fast.
Yep, and Sigma destructively, his teammate, he will destructively take that fastest lap away from him?
I think that some of the top 3, excluding Wasup, are going to have to take attack mode soon, because if this McLaren can really get a lead like this with the extra power, then the F1 Doggos, Tiboz, Faint, Gene, they're going to be looking at this and wanting to do it themselves.
Yeah, we only have 8 laps to go as we cross the line now.
Second is shared.
Second is shared between the F1 Doggo of the E-Spirit and Fight of the Brand Star.
Wasup is getting a massive lead here. Look at this.
Yes, and they do.
F1 Doggos takes attack mode. TH58 does as well. Volt GE's on attack mode.
Doesn't take attack mode and Fight. They don't take attack mode.
That's surprising. That's actually quite surprising. If the F1 Doggos can really get a lead on them here, then they're going to need to take it next lap.
Yeah, because look at the gap between Wasup and the rest of the field. 1.7 seconds separates him.
I think the Brand Star and Tiboz are going to be wanting to take it on lap 6 or 7 because then it will last until the end of the race. At the moment, as things stand, Wasup, the F1 Doggos, Volt GE, their attack mode is going to run out way before the end of the race.
Yeah, as F1 Doggo makes a big mistake coming out of that corner, not going to lie. But you have to remember, F1 Doggo was in attack mode, and he got overtaken by Gene and Tiboz.
He makes it up to P7, Keeper Gas right behind him. Keeper Gas makes his way back up into the points. Actually, good job from him. Unlike other people who have... someone sliding off! That's the F1 Doggo! He slides off! That is not good. He's definitely not going to get a podium at this rate unless something happens in the front.
STH1 is still holding the fastest lap. We'll see if that changes as some of these people cross the line. The F1 Doggos...
That's me too! It's a McLaren one too!
And they get the fastest lap. The F1 Doggos had a purple sector 2 as well, although because of that slip up at the last corner, they've lost the ability to get the fastest lap of the race. Destructively has the fastest lap, as Gene, Feint, Tabos, and Keeper Gas takes attack mode. Dat Manguro, Histico take it as well.
Soup has a bit of a slide. Destructively now.
Destructively goes ahead.
Destructively is in the lead.
It's currently a McLaren 1-2 inverted.
Wait, Tabos has spun.
Wow, it's so close at the moment.
Tabos is now down in 13th place. They're 10 seconds behind the leader. This is their hopes and dreams of a win crumbling down. They've only got 6 laps left. There's no way they can recover up with everyone else on the exact same power level. Gene sets a purple sector 2. Feint, the F1 Doggos, Keeper Car, Stat Mangro, and Histico are all setting personal bests.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see Gene actually pulling it all back. The championship leader is bringing it back between these two McLarens.
Soup is out.
Masoub's out of attack mode. As Destructively is about to lose it as well. Volt GE is about to as well. The F1 Doggos only has a minute 30 left.
This is the opportunity Brandstar needed.
This is why they took it later, because they're going to be able to climb further up in the latter stages of this restarted race.
So McLaren got impatient.
Can you look in DMs really quickly?
Decided to do it.
Sorry, sorry to interrupt.
I know.
Sorry.
I saw.
Okay, cool.
But anyway, what an exciting race this has been.
It's Gene, then Masoub, then Feint, then Destructively. It's a Brandstar 1-3. It's a McLaren 2-4.
Yeah, Feint is getting involved as well, so it could be a Brandstar 1-2 and then a McLaren 2-3-4.
The F1 Doggo making it up for his spin, now up to P5, and I think P4 if he overtakes Des.
Tabos has shaved a second off from his spin.
As
that's one of the McLarens. That's Destructively. Destructively spun round again.
Not again. It's the second time this race, and it's just not really going well for him, is it? He's doing so well to keep it up with the other drivers, and now he's losing it all in one go, and it's just...
Gene has a purple sector 1.
All the bumps of the track, it's just not
good. Masupe, where's Masupe doing?
Masupe P5.
So far back.
He's so far behind. Keeper Gas making his way back up into P4.
Here's the replay on board with Feint for the Brandstar team. And who's that ahead? I think that might have been Masupe who got a little bit sketchy out of there. Yes, Masupe got sketchy and Destructively span round. So both of the McLarens making mistakes at turn 5 at the exact same point in the race.
As Feint gets into P2, sorry to interrupt, but Feint gets into P2, overtaking the F1 Doggos. So now it's a Brandstar 1-2.
But the F1 Doggos has managed to get up into 3rd with the fastest lap after losing it at the final corner. Something must have happened again to Tabos, because they've doubled their time delta behind the leader, so they must have spun again. Tabos really not having a very good restart here, 8 laps in and 16 seconds behind the leader, which is currently Gene for Brandstar.
It's really a game of chess in this FE race. Can someone take attack mode earlier or before? We don't really know. And it's just playing into the hands of Brandstar right now, just able to time their attack modes perfectly to perfection. I have just said the same word 2 times.
Another person that has worked their way back up is Keeper Goss after a horrific stop. They're working their way back up and they're looking to overtake F1 Doggo around this turn 7. And there they go, around the outside with attack mode. Can they keep the move going? That is the question. Going into turn 8. That attack mode really does help around this track, actually. It was different in I8, where attack mode didn't mean much, but in Formula E it means a massive amount. And we've got about 5 laps to go.
Yep. They're actually going to run out. Gene and Feint are going to run out. Same with Keeper Gas. They're going to run out at this corner right here. F1 Doggo really on the back of them.
And the top 3 will lose it at the same time.
Well, Super still got it, though.
Well, let's see what happens. That they have, I think, one more attack mode up their sleeve. If they could just...
Well, if they want to take it...
Take it this lap.
It depends if the advantage is good enough, because they've only got, what is this? It's going to be 3 laps to go once they cross the line. They're going to lose time by having to go out wide to take attack mode.
How much attack time does Masup have? He's now up to P4.
I tell you what, the top two, they really are pulling away with it now. Keeping Gosses in P3, and especially with Super catching up, they really do need to keep up this pace to keep.
They don't take attack mode.
Nobody takes attack mode.
So far, though, I feel like someone we haven't really recognised is Datsman Go. He's doing pretty well as well, to be honest, keeping it all together. But another person we haven't talked about is Volt GE, who started on first place and now is all the way down in P9.
That is not good for the Tesla Formula E team.
Yes.
I think that's the only driver for them on track.
It is.
Formula E not getting the recognition it deserves because this is very competitive.
Yes, indeed.
1.66 tenths between the top two, the two teammates at Brandstar who are running away with this victory. Gene, the championship leader, is trying to stay ahead of their teammate because they need the more points. Because they're leading, because they're more important.
I'll tell you what, if they keep up this fight, there could be something going on. They could stress each other out, and it could be one of them crashing out. And I can tell you, as a brand, if a Brandstar owner was here right now, they wouldn't want that to be happening. So I just think they really have to focus on defending from Wasupe.
Yep, and they're probably going to have to do something like a fight against James, because right now Wasupe's on the attack for the lead.
Look at the absolute storming pace they have out of the final corner. They take the lead.
Wasupe is now in P1 with the McLaren leading the race. What a turnaround of events.
I'll tell you what, that Brandstar needs to get that attack mode if they do have any left.
ASDH1 set up. They don't take it.
Keep it, gas. Keep it, gas. Wait.
Oh, it's freeze.
We're still going. It's fine. ASDH1 has a purple sector 3. They didn't take the fastest lap, but if they can keep this pace up, they may be able to take it away from the F1 Doggos, who currently has it for E-Spirit. Wasupe now leads by a whole second.
Wasupe trying to use that extra power and just goes right onto the outside. So hopefully and praying that extra power can get him enough time advantage compared to as they head now into the second sector. Gene closing up the gap, 0.3 seconds now, as he's gained 0.7 seconds separate the two. Fight right behind and the F1 Doggo as well. As Keep It Gas actually makes it up into the fighting for P3.
Yeah, actually, Feint made a massive mistake coming out of that corner. He hit the wall very slightly, but it does mean a lot in this corner. And Keep It Gas is looking to make a move on Gene.
Lost his attack mode. Wait, could Keep It... I think Keeper could make it to the end of this race with attack mode. So if he just times this to perfection and just overtakes at the correct spots, he may be able to win.
They're swerving across the track. Here he goes. This was Keep It Gas is going to go across Gene like nothing.
Destructively disconnect.
Destructively he's out of the race. Keep It Gas has 2.5 minutes left on their attack mode. That's pretty much enough to make it to the end of the race. Keep It Gas is now ahead. Keep It Gas is into the lead. Are the Brandstars going to take attack mode? The Brandstars take it. So does the F1 Doggos.
I wonder if Gene can catch up to Keeper.
I think they make, or Wasupe actually takes it a bit too early because he's out of attack mode. He can't do it anymore.
Wasupe is going to be the one falling down. The rest of the field are going to have such a big pace advantage. They're going to be able to I think Gene and Feint are going to be able to catch up to Keep It Gas.
The whole field is on attack mode.
Apart from Wasupe.
Oh, I feel like if Gene went a little bit earlier though, he wouldn't have been overtaken by Keep It Gas. So if Gene went earlier for attack mode, he would have been keeping up with Keep It Gas, but either way, Gene is overtaking Keep It Gas.
We only have 2 more laps left of this race.
1.5.
Well, 1.5, yeah.
1.5.
And the top is so close at the moment.
Well, 1 and 1/3 because we crossed the second sector.
Wow, they're coming out that corner. Oh, Gene gets a little bit of rear end, but there we go. He's leading the Grand Prix at the moment, coming on to the... Well, this
is almost like Baku. That front stretch is so long. It really needs to be behind the leader.
And the F1 Doggos loses it.
Oh.
What race is this right now? I have never seen a Formula E race this exciting.
Wow, as Feint is just keeping up with him. Feint is in the background somewhere.
Gene takes the lead. Keep It Gas needs to stick with him and just hopefully overtake him across the line.
Keeper
That's
Gas
really
in the
good.
X21 car is now sandwiched between the brand stars, and I feel like there's about 1 minute 20 seconds to go in this race. If we have a look at the attack mode statistics, they only have 45 seconds left in attack mode. They're gonna lose it before the end of the race, but the brand stars definitely aren't.
Yeah, there we go. That's pretty much a brand star 1-2 confirmed.
Well, let's see what happens if Fight or G loses at the final corner. We may never know, because as we saw with F1 Doggo, it's a very good place to spin. But especially with these twos, just very, very slidey in the rear end.
Yeah, going into this corner though, they should be running out of attack mode very soon.
Dad, my girl actually loses attack mode.
Yeah, he did a while ago. He did it on just before.
Keeper Gas has managed to hold them up slightly. 2 seconds, 1 second. Keeper Gas is out of attack mode. Is this going to be enough for Feint to get ahead of the X21? They're right next to each other on track. It looks as if Feint is ahead. All they need is a good exit out of this final corner down the main straight. Keeper Gas is going to want this position as much as they can. F1 Doggos get slidey again. Coming down to the main straight. Coming across the line now. It's Gene in the lead, and then is it going to be Feint?
Yes,
it is! Feint gets second!
1-2! It's a brand star 1-2 once again! Once again!
We doubted them, right? We doubted them at the last, before the restart, and now look at where they are. They got a 1-2. Very, very close. 2 tenths separated them.
It would be very, very controversial if, like, one of the drivers just, like, went side by side with him as they crossed the line to, like, make a good photo.
Don't forget about the all-important Zen Sem in the Swisscom car, 59 seconds behind the leader in 13th place. They're now coming around the final few corners here, and they'll cross the line. They'll cross the line shortly to finish in 13th place.
This is Gene's 5th win in a row.
And it's only
he really has dominated this season.
Yeah, for sure. Gene has lit up the field. Win after win after win, could possibly take the title if he continues this pace as the final contender crosses the line.
There we go, that is the race over. What? How exciting was that?
It was very exciting.
Who needs a full grid?
I think we probably should start interviews very soon, if possible.
I don't think we do interviews.
I think we're gonna go straight to the podium.
Copy that.
Yeah, we don't really do interviews here.
I see.
We do not do that here.
Alright, yeah.
Anyone that properly surprised you this race?
Keeper Gas. All the way from P last to P...
Three.
P3. Very good job.
I do have to say though, I am so surprised. Especially after the first race, before the restart. The brand stars, sorry, were not doing that well, and there they are. And I genuinely thought Feint would take the win there for a second. He was so close behind.
Oh, what a race for Formula E today.
Yeah, what a race.
See, this is what people are missing out on when they don't sign up for FE.
Well, it's a full grid anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. Another 1-2 for Brandstar. I think we're gonna have to get used to that very soon.
Here comes Gene, Feint, and Keeper Gas.
Yep. Oh.
Keeper Gas screaming after that race.
It's a total shame that we don't have other series highlights. Because I don't know. I honestly don't know. Either way, what a good day for racing. Brandstar with a 1-2, then the X21 with their first podium in Formula E, I think. Is that right?
I'm not sure.
I could check real quick. Ooh, in Auckland they got really close. Cash.
As we now wait for the podium to start.
Yep, I think that's their first ever podium in Formula E. Great job to the X21 team.
Here's the music.
Yep, the extremely good music of the Formula E theme, I must admit myself, it's really, really good. As Epic Dude slides up into the podium, he's not supposed to be there, but yeah, it's just keeper gas. As fireworks shoot out for him. I don't think we're supposed to do that yet. Next up should be the brand star of fight. Yep, there he is. And then now the winner of the race is Jeeves. Another win for him, 5 in a row. Could he keep this up going into the next round?
Fantastic work from him.
Yep, at the Chinese circuit of Sanya, it'll be very impressive to see what the Formula E drivers could do then. But right now, we're on a 2-week break, or 1-week break, technically. I don't know really. Is it 2 weeks or 1 week?
So a 1-2 for McLaren today in F1, but a 1-2 for Brand Star.
Yep, the Brand Star brand has lit up the timing sheets once again. And I think that's actually F1 Taco who takes the fastest lap. But great job to Fight and Gene. I stutter a lot. Please mind me. And the Brand Star team, who have won this race with an epic 1-2 finish and a dramatic end to the Formula E race here at Santiago. And
that's going to be pretty much it. We've got nothing else scheduled for today. Join us next week for some Formula 1, Formula 2, GT3 and crossbar action. But for now, thank you for watching. Just want to give a quick little cheeky shout out to all of our members who support the media team financially. Of course, it isn't required, but it is greatly appreciated as the game explodes. But thank you to everyone who does support the channel. It is greatly appreciated.
Yep,
you get some lovely perks,
and you help us a lot with funding, which we so desperately need in order to keep this in order to keep this series running alight with media. But yeah, we'll see you next weekend for some new action of Formula 1, Formula 2, GT3, and Expo. This has been me and Dom, then D-Pod, then Blade Challenger, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching. Bye bye, everybody.